I've been obsessed with the Barbie trailer since it came out, and I keep rewatching it, and there's this one outfit that she wears that I have to have it. So I'm going to make that checkered pink playsuit that she's walking in the beginning of the trailer. Oh, I have to watch it again for reference? Okay.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken!
Seeing the Barbie trailer brought up all these nostalgic feelings of having Barbies of myself. Brings back memories of me and my sister playing Barbie, and our favorite doll is the 1998 holiday Barbie, which I do have plans of making that exact outfit for when the movie comes out, but that's a secret for later on. Luckily, I have a pattern already in my stash that is perfect for the bodice that's similar to hers. First, I'm going to make a mock-up because I can't decide whether or not to do a tie back that's in a heart shape, and I haven't done a heart shape cutout before, so I really want to do that with a mock-up fabric before I touch the pink checkered fabric. As a side note, we are really close to 1,000 subscribers, which I am so excited that this channel is growing, and with every video I get a step closer to reaching that goal. So please like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me, and thank you for watching. So let's get started. No more intro. This is the pattern we'll be using. It is Advanced 9833. It is a 1960s pattern, and I love this hair. If I ever do a chop, it's gonna look like this. This is our mock-up fabric that I had in my fabric stash, and I cut out the pattern and I focused my attention on the back cutout of the heart. I initially thought that the heart would tie at the bottom and then the peak of the heart would hold on with snaps, but when I tried it on, it didn't look how it looked in the mannequin. So the heart looked like this, and even Barbie was horrified by it. I was feeling a little defeated, but I felt like I should go ahead and work with the pink checkered fabric anyway, and I cut out the bodice and I worked on the dart placement, and I figured that I would worry about the heart cutout for later, and it was a really good decision to just work on what I can and not feel so defeated that I would put it off. Since the pink checkered fabric is a little see-through, this is our lining fabric, and I thought I would add boning channels to the front darts for added structure. And I hear these boning channels are pretty expensive, but I looked out an estate sale one year and I found that for $1. Just as an added tip, estate sales are really great for cheap sewing supplies. Then for the lining to hold in place, I stitched the seam allowance towards the lining of the fabric. You want to stitch extremely close to where you stitch the pattern together, and then when you turn it inside out and give it a really good press, it has this seamless finish, and then the seams are on the inside. Okay, so I'm really glad that we did a mock-up because I have a better game plan of what to do from here. So with the mock-up, I didn't like the back heart. It was hard for the heart peak to stay down. So with that mock-up being not what I expected, it made me rework my game plan a little. So I finished the blouse and I tried it on with the back zipper, and then we're here in the living room because the refrigerator is particularly loud today, and it seems kind of silly to turn it off just for me to talk. So we're in the living room. Anyway, so I tried it on with the back zipper just to get the fit right, but I'm going to close up the back and have a side zipper, and then I'm going to attach shorts. So, and then having that scalloped skirt as an attachment, and it's going to tie in the back. I meant to say the skirt will attach to the side. I'm really glad that I've already experienced making a scallop hem, and if you haven't seen my birthday suit, I'll put it up in a card, and it's really simple, so I'm not so scared to do a scallop hem now. And yeah, so it's gonna be like a 2-in-1 outfit. So game plan: attach the shorts, make it a side zipper, and then have an attachment for the skirt. So yeah, okay, so close. Does anyone else have like an obsession of pink lately, or is it just me? I don't know. Speaking of, I did a late night scroll on Etsy and I found this cute custom Barbie sticker and I thought it'd be perfect for my sewing machine. Onto the shorts, I added my darts to the lining and the pink checkered fabric. The go-to pattern that I use for all my shorts is Simplicity 8932. It fits me well and I really like how the fit is, so I keep using it. Before combining the shorts, I gave the seams a good press, and having my iron match my headphones and cart was a happy accident. This is the shorts when I combined the lining, and from here all I had to do was put in the zipper and hem the shorts, but I thought I would work on the bodice to give the shorts a break. I combined the two back panels and moved the zipper to the side, and the back is where I would add the cutout of the heart. And having it have a seam down the front was easy to match up the two sides of the heart. I just roughly drew out a shape of one side of the heart and I turned the bodice inside out, and this is where I placed the heart pattern and I pinned it in place and I added seam allowance and I cut that out like so. Then I placed an extra piece of lining fabric on top of the heart that's on the pink checkered side and I sewed that down all along the heart shape. From here I poked out the peak of the heart and I put the lining of the fabric behind the pink checkered fabric and I ironed it down and pinned it in place like so, and I hand stitched the lining to the back. This is the heart completed as I hand stitched down the lining and it's not bad for a first try. Then from here I attached the bodice to the shorts, pinning down the waist to the edge of the bodice. Looking back at it, I wish I had lined up the darts of the bodice to the shorts more. I was working on them separately and then combining them, but if I were to do this project again, I would make sure that the darts lined up perfectly. But, you know, it's good for now, and then keep that in mind when you're making your own. So I attached the bodice to the shorts, and when I tell you I barely had enough seam allowance to sew the zipper, that was a big mistake that I made, not having enough seam allowance on the sides, but luckily it's enough to move around and actually sit down, which I made sure of that. From here I just have to hem it, but I'm gonna work on the attached skirt, so that's what we're gonna do right now. I self-drafted the attached skirt, and I'm sorry I don't have a pattern, but I did make sure that the darts matched up to the back panel. I made it oversized so I could trim it from my dress form. I traced this shell I would use for the accessories, and that was going to be for the scallop hem. I traced the outline of the shell, and that was the placement for my stitching. Again, I'll list the tutorial that I found that was really helpful to make this scallop hem. I pinked the edges, and a tip I can give when doing a scallop hem is you really have to take your time ironing out the half circles and just keep pressing. Before I reveal the outfit, it is accessories time. I bought these shells on Etsy. I'll link down the shop where I purchased them, and I painted them pink to match her necklace in the trailer. I snipped a piece of jewelry wire, added a bead of pearl, bent down the wire and scooted up the pearl, placed it in the back of the shell, and I hot glued it down in place because I'm not a jewelry maker and this was the fastest way I could make these little loops to add for jewelry. I took apart an old pair of earrings and I added the shells to them, and I love how they turned out. So cute. I made this beaded necklace and added the pink shell. I went with one instead of the three. I thought it would be more flattering on me, and this is how the necklace held up. I tied elastic thread to the ends, and by some miracle it didn't fall apart. I made a matching beach style hat, and I didn't include it in this tutorial, but I will make a separate tutorial of how to make this style hat. It was quite challenging trying to figure this out, so I'm going to make a couple more to get the explanation correct so I can make a tutorial, so that will be coming out very soon. I also made a matching purse just in case Ken's not around and I need stuff to hold. Now finally, the grand reveal. know we're done with this project, but I forgot one very important thing while I was rewatching the trailer. I forgot the bow! So I need to do that quickly before it's completed.